What's up guys, Whaaat here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and today we are going to talk about this guy right here, Mordo, and maybe we are going to do something sort of a mini series about this guy, because I've been pushing him to be used on Dark Dimension 4, and many people have been telling me why I'm going to use this character that is only going to be useful on Dark Dimension 4. Maybe, we don't even know yet because only a few people have used him. So why should we invest in this character? So this mini series, maybe 2 or 3 videos, depend on your guys' interactions in the comments. We'll take a look at Mordo and see if he has any utility outside of Dark Dimension, and see where else can we use him. And like always, if you like this information, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content. Make sure you smash that like button, and as always, if you want to support the channel, you can do that by becoming a member, and you'll also have access to my Discord and be part of the giveaway we have going on there. And I'm sorry for e-bagging all the time, but if you don't e-bag, you don't get anything. Okay, so with all that out of the way, and in this video specifically, we are going to take a look at Mordo in raids, and we have 2 scenarios. We have the beta raids on the Greek raids, and we'll have Ultimus 7 difficulty 5. Yes, Mordo on Ultimus 7 difficulty 5. Now I can tell you right away that this character or the team where he's part of is not able to clear every single node, but even if we are talking about the symbiotes, they can also not clear every single node. So for example, if you are on the middle lane like I am, you can clear all the nodes until this boss. This boss you are not able to beat it with the team I'm going to show you. And then you can clear all these other 2 nodes, and then these last 2 nodes as well. And this boss, I have not tried it, so I don't know. And the Ronin boss node, maybe it's possible, but I have not been able to try it yet. But it's something that we'll take a look in the future. But yeah, with all that said, let's take a look at a few clips with this guy in action, and then you guys let me know in the comments below if you want to see a full run of Mordo on Ultimus 7, or if this is going to be enough to display that this guy can be good outside of Dark Dimension. And many people, I have seen some posts on Reddit that people get 7 red stars on this guy and you are like sad and so on. But I hope this video will help you to realize that this character and a few other characters that we'll talk about have a lot of potential in other game modes, and you can do way more with other characters than just like only symbiotes or Black Bolt and Yo-Yo or whatever. There are other options out there that will allow you to do these different game modes. So it's always good to follow your red stars so you can get the most out of your characters. So with that, let's get started and let's take a look at this guy in action. Okay, so for the first video we are taking a look, I think it's the last boss of the Greek raids on beta, and as you saw, you can use Mystic, Tech and Sinister 6. Now, the best version of this team is with Ella rather than with Dr. Octopus, but this was the first time I was trying to do this node, and this was on difficulty 2, so I was not exactly sure how was it going to work. But then we'll take a look at the different version of this team with Ella, and you'll see it's way better. And once again, if you want to see this team on all nodes of Ultimus 7 difficulty 5, let me know in the comments below and I'll make a video with Mordo in action. And another detail is that on this specific day I didn't have the T4s that I wanted on Mordo. Right now I only have 1 T4 on him. On Ghost Rider he also didn't have any T4s and he was only level 71. That's why you see so many attacks getting resisted and so on. but with the updated version of this team with more levels and more gear. Now they are both at gear T14. Now this team is way better, and you'll see that the version on Ultimus 7 difficulty 5 is way better than you can see. Like, you just saw like resist, but this guy Dr. Octopus is going to be amazing for raids. I don't know exactly which team I'm going to use him with, but if you use Ultron with this guy, and on this specific node you can use Ultron, you don't need to use Ghost Rider or Mordo. But the fact that you can have Dr. Octopus behind Ultron and then applying the flags and defense ups is just amazing. And in this specific situation, he was like the main healer of this team, and he also works well with Mordo and with Ghost Rider, because you can extend those bleeds and the blinds, the stuns, and so on. So there is a good synergy between them, and even when Shocker dies, that will grant healing and energy and so on for Mordo and Ghost Rider, so that's another good thing. And yeah, overall this was okay. This was when I began to experiment with these characters, so it might not be the most breathtaking footage, but I still think it's pretty decent. And like I said before, these guys were not with the gear requirements that you'd have to use here, so that's why we will not one-shot this node, but it will get pretty close. And I still didn't know exactly the rotations, and if I was going to require so much healing, that's why I brought Dr. Octopus on the first place. And then you'll see with Hela that it's just it's just ridiculous, let's say that. But even so, we have 4 enemies left and we have 1 minute on the clock. I'm still not sure if this is the last node on the beta raids or not. I think it is, because we have these Minervas and so on. But you guys can see like the amount of healing, the amount of damage that we have. And yeah, like some people don't like to use Ultron because it requires like pay attention to the bots and so on. So yeah, it's not the best experience, and this team is so easy to use, it's just incredible. You just spam the special with the Ghost Rider, you spam whatever is available with Mordo. You don't have to think too much and you'll be able to do it. So as you guys can see, I was not able to one-shot this node, but it was pretty close. And once again, Ghost Rider and Mordo at this point in time, they were very under-geared. Okay, so now we are going to take a look at the other situation. This is going to be on Ultimus 7 difficulty 5, and on the next video we are going to take a look at the Too Many Sorcerers team in Alliance Wars against a very powerful team, and you'll be quite surprising how good this team is against that specific team. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And I'm glad that I started to make popular Hela on the Supernatural. Some people have been using Scarlet Witch and recommending it, but don't. Scarlet Witch is trash. You should use Loki there. Loki is way better, and I'll prove you that in another video. And if you check out my war videos, you'll see that for sure. Okay, so this is like node 11 on Ultimus 7 difficulty 5. And the ISO 8 I have on these characters, I think I have Healer on Thanos and Mordo, and I have Striker on Ghost Rider, and Hela and Ebonimo have Skirmisher. So we have all those vulnerabilities. And the thing about these vulnerabilities is whenever Ghost Rider attacks and does one of his things with his basic, he can apply a bleed for 2 turns with the ISO attack. So that's going to result in tons of damage, and then Hela can spread it around. As you guys can see, look how many bleeds these guys have. Maybe these guys already have more bleeds than the symbiotes, as you guys can see. Another character that would be good here or in war is Vulture. Vulture also benefits a lot from the enemies having a lot of negative effects, but I think overall the best option is going to be Loki. But as I said before, some people are promoting to use Scarlet Witch, I don't think it's a good idea to use Scarlet Witch, but you can use it. And once again, you can use Vulture, because whenever he attacks characters with negative effects with his basic, or if you have the Isolate as a striker, he's going to do tons of damage based on that. So as you guys can see, these guys have tons of bleeds on their faces. We are always applying heal block, we are always applying blinds, we are always applying stuns. Sometimes Mordo can also apply slows and so on. So yeah, that's pretty good. And you guys can see the team is a little bit low, and once again that comes because I didn't add enough damage. And now with way more damage than I have now, because the characters are more geared. On Ghost Rider it made a huge difference to go from level 71 gear tier 13 to 75 gear tier 14, as you guys can expect. But even so, we are able to recover, and with all the stun rewind, stuns and so on, we'll get to the point that Thanos will be able to use his ultimate and heal up to the max. So as you guys can see, now we are going to apply slow, and you have to remember that whenever you apply negative effects to the enemies, Ghost Rider and Mordo are getting turn meter. It's only 3%, but it's based on all the negative effects you apply, so that's going to be a lot. So even now it was 4 enemies, so it's 3% for each enemy, so it resulted in 12%. It's pretty decent. Like, with all these characters applying negative effects, it's pretty decent, and it gives you a huge speed advantage that then it will end up in more stuns, more blinds, more bleeds and so on. And I think you guys noticed it, maybe you didn't, but look at this amount of energy. It's insane. This is, I was not sure what I was going to call this team. It can be like the battery team or infinite energy team, because there is so much energy flying all around all the time. Is just incredible. And yeah, this is why these characters are so good, because it has such a immense outcome of energy that you can spam your abilities all the time, and then you can apply the defense up and slow with Ebonimo and Thanos and so on. And yeah, I really like this team, but you guys let me know in the comments below what you think about it. Are you intrigued by this team? Do you want to see a full run on Ultimus 7 difficulty 5? This team is quite faster than you might think. Once again, these characters were just under geared. Right now it's way better. Again, let me know in the comments below if you guys want to check that out. And stay tuned for this team in action in Alliance Wars against a very strong team that we have out there. So as always, if you guys like this video, you know what to do. Smash that like button like a boss. And if you like the information on this video, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I will catch you guys later.